Recording in progress.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Let's see. Just trying to see here. It looks like you're on twice. That might be here. There we go. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
All right, good. Okay. Gotta love the technology. Okay. Okay, it looks like we can make this work. All right. Okay. All right. Everything good on your end?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what can I do for you?
My husband passed last October, and I'm just wanting to connect with him and just see how he's doing.
Okay. And the first thing I see here is an L, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's definitely him. Interesting. The first thing he's showing me is horses.
Really?
Get some kind of feedback here. I'm not sure what's going on. Interesting. Yeah, so for some reason, the first thing he's showing me is horses, which I don't know if this is exactly a big thing with him or not, but the thing that he's really pointing me toward in showing those horses is especially in terms of, it's almost like acting like a kid. Okay, so the feeling that I'm getting with this and seeing with this is that, first of all, he's doing fine. Okay, that's the very first thing I see here. The other thing that he's showing me is this huge grin on his face. In terms of the horses, it's like he's a little kid again, riding a horse. I don't know if this was a big dream of his when he was a kid, or if this was part of his life growing up. I'm not sure how that works together. But this is his happy spot. This is his feeling of just absolutely being fully alive. It's like being a kid. That's the first thing I see there. One of the other things that I get from him too, first thing is that he wants me to make sure that you understand that he has been with you this whole time. Okay, so since he's passed, he has been with you, trying to keep track of you. And I guess you keep really busy because he's kind of showing you going all over the place, just kind of keeping busy more than anything else. But that's one of the things he's showing is just really sticking with you no matter what's happening. Showing kids. Lots of kids. This is a kind of an odd question. Was there a child that passed? Did one of your children pass? Because he has a child with him. Okay.
It's scary.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Because that makes sense to me because he has a child with him and he wants you to know that is the case. The child is there and they're he's being very cautious about how I say this. He's not trying to rush the process, for lack of better words here, but they are looking forward to when you're there with them. Because he knows you're there, and it's interesting, you both know that you're there. He knows that you're there because he sees you and he's with you. You know that he's there because you tend to feel his presence every once in a while. Sometimes it's a little frustrating. I feel like the past month has been really frustrating in terms of that feeling of connection. That it's been a little less strong than it usually has been. That's the feeling I get with it. But that there's nothing wrong with your connection between the two of you. That you're still very much connected. So the two of you are still very, very well connected spiritually, and he and the child are looking forward to you all being together again. And he says he kind of wagged his finger at me when he was giving me the message, because he said, "Be very careful how you say this because we're not trying to scare her." Because he doesn't want you to be scared that you're going to die like within the next day or something, because you're not. It's just he wants you to make sure that you know that he loves you and he does miss you right by his side. That's the major thing, is just being right together by your side. His presence is especially strong in the evenings. Those are the times when things are especially strong. Those are the times when you are, I don't know exactly how to put it. The way in spiritual circles, the way we would talk about it is the veil is thin. That's the way we would often talk about it. The sense that there's more of a closeness during that time. That's the time when that veil is thin for you, especially, is during the evening hours. That nighttime feels like it's really, really strong in terms of his presence is more felt, much more palpable is the best word I can use to describe it. He's talking about you talking every night. Do you talk to him every night before you go to sleep?
I didn't hear you.
That's okay. Do you talk to him at night before you go to sleep?
Sometimes.
Because he wants to acknowledge the fact that he does hear you when you're talking to him. Okay? And he hears the frustrations too. He wants you to know that, especially, that he does hear the demonstrations. He's getting very connected to relatives who passed, because he's showing me a lot of connections with other people that he's making as well. So he's really just remarkably well connected with people. I feel like if you were to meet him for the first time, it's like he would be a friend for life. That's the kind of person that he feels like, and that's continued even now. That he's being very much a friend. Now, whose birthday's coming up? Because he's showing me a birthday cake.
Mine and his.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because he wants me to make sure to acknowledge the birthday. He's got this big cake to go with it. He does it. He's going all out with this to make sure that I acknowledge this birthday. So he's acknowledging your birthday, making sure that he didn't forget it this time. Did he forget your birthday before?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. He wants to make sure that he remembered it. Make sure that you know he remembered it. Especially there. Let's see. See what else is going on here that he's acknowledging. Okay, one of the things that he's showing too, and that he wants you to know, is that honestly, the way it looks like, it's almost like he's giving you flowers a lot. That he's constantly bringing these flowers to you. Obviously, it's not happening at this very moment, but it's like every time you see a flower, this is the way I keep hearing from him, is that every time you see a flower, it's thinking of him at the same time. There's always that connection between the flowers and him. And he likes to point, interesting, because he says that when he walks with you, he shows you and points out the brightest and the most beautiful flowers, and those are the flowers for you. Just to show you those brightest and most beautiful flowers. You deserve the best, he says. Always deserve the best. He also wants to make sure that you know that he is watching over each of the kids as well. And the way he's watching over them is certainly watching them in a sense of protecting them, but he's also trying to make sure that they learn the lessons that they're supposed to learn. So he's not trying to get too intervening, not getting into everybody else's business, but he's definitely there, trying to keep them from making really big mistakes, which none of them are making. But he's wanting to make sure that they make some good decisions. So he is keeping track of that. He's showing me a moving van too. Were you thinking about moving?
I did move.
Oh, you did move. Okay. Because he's showing that moving van to acknowledge moving. So I wasn't sure whether it was past or future or what was going on. Okay. So So you did move. Okay. One of the things, okay, something I'm supposed to tell you too, another thing he says is what he's showing me is some things that you had to get rid of in the moving process, and he's saying, don't worry about it. That he's not upset. That of any of the things that had to be gotten rid of, he's not upset about getting rid of anything. That everything is just as it should be. Everything is just as it should be. It's very, very fine. I don't know why he's pointing this out to me. He keeps pointing out the sidewalk. It's kind of odd of why he's pointing out the sidewalk. Oh, I think this is flowers that he's showing me again. Gosh, there's always flowers for him. What else do I see here? Another thing he wants you to know too is that he gives you a kiss every night while you're sleeping. He kisses you. Oh gosh, okay, I was going to say the forehead and he corrected it. It's on the cheek. He kisses you on the cheek every night when you're asleep. Always letting you know that he loves you. Nothing, as the way he puts it here is that nothing has really ended for him, that you two are still together, still connected, still best friends. Seeing what else is coming across here. Did you have any questions for him?
I do. Our daughter has settled about jobs.
Okay, jobs for whom? I didn't quite catch the first part with the speakers.
Daughter.
Oh, daughter. Okay. Let's see what's going on there. And she's currently searching for a job, correct?
Yes. Both of them are.
Both of them. Okay. This is why he said that so clearly. Now I understand why he was talking about watching over them and why he made that a big deal, is because he's trying to help them find jobs right now. He's showing me within the month, within this month, they should both be having jobs. That's what he's showing. He's really trying to put this together. And it's almost like both of the jobs come from out of the blue. Just kind of drop in all of a sudden.
Does, does he have any opinion about what church he should belong to?
Trying to see what. Interesting. I feel okay. I'll tell you why I'm not puzzled. I'm not puzzled by your question at all. The feeling that I keep getting from him is that he's, I don't know exactly how best to put this. It's almost like he's lightened up a little bit. Did he tend to be fairly strict in terms of religious faith, in terms of which denomination or church?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Yeah, and from what I'm seeing with this, I don't. No, it's not like that. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense what I'm hearing then. Okay. Okay. I have to kind of laugh at this a little bit because he's quoting scripture at me.
Really?
Yeah. Did he ever do that?
No.
No? Oh my gosh. It must be the way I can hear it then, because he just quoted scripture to me. And the phrase he's using with it is it kind of is the message, really, and that's probably why he's doing it the way he's doing it. The phrase that I'm hearing is being faithful to the traditions. So it's carrying on the same. I don't know if my word for this would be denomination. Of carrying that on. But it's almost like there's a little bit of a twist to it with him, that he's really wanting you to be in a place where you feel welcome and connected to other people, where it's not like you're just sitting in the pew and then leaving, but a place where you're going to feel connected and make friends, and because that's I feel like that's the kind of the surprise piece to it. I wouldn't normally expect him to say anything about, but maybe it is, and I'm just kind of surprised myself. I don't know, but he's wanting you to go where you're feeling welcome and connected, especially. Where you can, interesting. He made sure to make this point, where you can laugh. Were there other questions that you had?
No.
Let's see what other pieces are here. Wow. One of the things he's showing me, he's kind of letting me in on what this, I call it happy place, heaven for him. Heaven in the language that I can understand it, he's speaking it. For him, I was talking about the horses. It's a big, wide open area. It's like, I don't want to say it's flat and boring land, because it's not. It's beautiful. But it just stretches forever. It just stretches forever. It's a very, I don't know exactly how to describe it beyond that. It's a beautiful place. that's just stretching forever, and it's just green and lush and just very wide open. That's his experience. I don't. Okay, there is a house there that he's showing, but it reminds me. It's not exactly like it, but it reminds me of a log cabin kind of a thing. It's very. I'll tell you exactly what I feel. That I can describe. That I can make sense of. What I feel like his happy places is almost like something out of a Louis L'Amour novel. That's what it reminds me of. It's like a cowboy novel for him. That's the kind of feeling. And it's not an exact replica or anything, but that's the kind of feeling I get. I feel like it's like that. He's showing me the table. The table too. Yeah, it's conversations. The conversations he has with you, he's still having. But you're hearing him speak in the heart more than anything else. It's hearing him speak in the heart more than listening in the air. He's playing with the lights. That's one of the ways that he's it's an odd thing that he does every once in a while. I feel like it's almost like making the lights blink where you live. This is one of the odd things that he's showing me. I'm kind of surprised about that one. I would not expect that from him. But that's one way he'll sometimes show. But that's not his preferred way. His preferred way is pointing out flowers. Flowers are a big deal for him. He's showing me this. He's showing you visiting his grave. Did you visit his grave this past weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Because he wants to acknowledge that he did see you. Okay, you were there. Not like he was taking attendance or anything, but he wants to make sure that he knew that you were there. Wants to make sure that. And he also wants you to he had his arm around you when you were there. He had his arm around you. He knows he did it for actually, wow, he's quite the gentleman. It's for a number of reasons. One reason was for one thing, to let you know he loves you and that he's there with you. But the other thing is he knows it was really hard. And he wanted you to know that he was there and that he loved you and that he's right there. But he had his arm around you at the grave. He's pointing to a flower wreath. Was there a wreath nearby? A flower wreath?
Not a wreath.
Okay. Yeah. He's just showing me a ring of flowers, so that I interpret that as a wreath.
Okay.
Of some sort. But it's not at his grave. It was like somewhere nearby.
Oh, could be.
Okay. Yeah. Really? Okay. he's saying everyone was there, which for me means a sign that other family members also came to the grave. Well, it's either some other time or at the same time. But it's like, I don't know, not like a family reunion, but it's just like everybody there, and he's gathering them together that were there. So I'm recognizing that as well. If there's any other, because I know our time is finishing up, I want to make sure that he gets anything else that needs to be
No.
said to. Okay. He wants to make, he's underlining this again. He wants you to make sure that you know that he loves you very much, that he's going to continue to stick by you. Okay, that he's not, he said he would never leave your side, and he meant it. And he's going to continue to be by your side. And he says he's working his tail off to get those jobs. So he's working his tail off to make sure that they get those jobs so that they can be happy. Because he wants everyone to be as happy and as successful as they can be. So he's working on that too. And those are the final pieces that I can pick up from him. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, he just interrupted. I thought he was done, and he just threw something else in. He's giving you a bouquet of, okay. He's giving you a bouquet of, these are red. Oh my gosh, wow. This is an armload of roses for you. This is an I call it an armload. Again, it's just a sign of, it's another sign of love that he's showing for you. Well, I'm glad I could make the connection for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.